Right. Build myself a little fire here real quick. Dang flies, bro. Hi, ladybugs. Look at you. You got dirt all over your face, girl. This little fire pit's awesome. I've had maybe 5 fires since I built it. All right, heads up. Come on. Go ahead. Come on. Go ahead. So I wanted to show you, it's really cool where I live here in this part of Arizona, which is the high desert. I'm right outside of one of the biggest ponderosa pine forests in the entire world, which probably would surprise a lot of people considering it is Arizona and we're talking about a forest. You can find a lot of what this is here, the fatwood. Feel it, the wood is like, it's heavier than usual, it's denser, it's harder. So these limbs, they kind of just collect resin over time as the tree's dying off or whatever it is and become highly flammable. I don't know if, I think some people refer to it maybe as kerosene wood. I could be wrong about that. But fatwood is what I know it as. So anyways, I've collected a couple chunks of this, and what I do, I shave it down. Like this one here, I had shaved it down on the outside, and you can kind of tell what I'm talking about a little bit better. So it's got that little shine to it on the inside there where I chiseled it out. It's almost like crystallized, and it's really flammable. So what I'll do is I'll take a piece of this, and then I got a knife somewhere. I just shaved some of it right over the little timber pile here. And then I usually would just take a nice big old chunk. See if I can break this guy. There we go. So I can kind of splinter it up into smaller pieces like this, and I'll just throw 1 or 2 of those on top of this little bundle of tinder. And that's gonna really help me start this fire. So if you're in a forest, just know that pine trees, I believe it's pine trees, you'll have to look it up, I really don't know, but pine trees, juniper trees, I guess any tree that would produce a sap like that can then create that same resin, and then it can resonate the wood, and the wood can become basically a fire starter for you. Found right out here. All right, so let's see if we can get that lit. It's a little bit windy. It's tough here. I'm always paranoid having a fire out here. There's a fire down in the valley outside of Phoenix, just north of Phoenix. We're obviously coming in on fire season, so I really like to wait until the wind goes down. Usually at this time of day, the sun is almost completely set. I have this big berm here The wind usually comes from the southwest, which is this direction. So this big berm actually kind of helps, especially with the fire pit being tucked in so close to it. And I went a second level up on this fire pit. I could probably go another level higher. That's probably what I'll do. This is only a temporary pit. I actually plan on kind of moving some of this dirt out of here and making this more of a level pad. And then I'll move this fire pit even closer, and I'll probably go higher because of the wind. The wind here is nuts. But either way, pretty soon I won't even be able to have a fire anyways, because we'll be in a fire ban in, you know, the next couple of weeks for sure. But I'll enjoy it for now while I can. I love a fire. I don't know what it is about a fire. I just can sit here and stare at it. I wish my dog would hang out with me. I don't think she likes the fire. The weather here is, I love it. I loved the weather when I was a young kid. I used to watch the Weather Channel a lot. I actually wanted to be a meteorologist at one point. But I'm just fascinated by weather. And I grew up on the ocean in Massachusetts and experienced a lot of hurricanes during hurricane season. And a lot of pretty intense winter storms as well, snowfall and all that. But this Arizona weather, it's intense, and that's what you love about weather, is the intensity. So we'll have a really dry next couple of weeks, like I said, with fire season picking up, and that's when the winds are the strongest. And like I said, there's a lot of this stuff out here everywhere, this FATWOOD. So once one of those wildfires start going, man, it can be crazy. It's scary. Usually right around the beginning of July is when our monsoon will start, and that season will last into September. And hoping for a pretty heavy monsoon this year. We need it really bad. Last year was pretty weak. I think the year before that was pretty weak. My first year out here back in 2022 was pretty, there was a lot of rain. There was a heavy monsoon that year, at least from my perspective. I came out here in the middle of July and got to experience that one. And since then, they just kind of tapered off every year. They're saying that this year is supposed to be a pretty wet monsoon, so I'm hoping that is the case, because the lakes out here, it's really sad. I posted a video on my channel last year showing how much the lake levels had dropped. So 2 years ago, I used to go swimming in the lake at a certain spot. And then last year, that spot was well out of the water, and you had to walk another 30 yards to get to the water. This year, that spot where I would jump last year, that was 30 yards further down, now that spot is 30 yards away from the water. So it's pretty sad to see. It's kind of, I mean, they're reservoirs, they're man-made, so they're obviously designed to go up and down, but it would be a lot nicer to see those things full. They do keep stocking them with trout, so that's good, keeping them alive, but we just need a lot of rain this year. But anyways, so the point is, the weather here can be intense. And I don't know if that's just because of the Mogollon Rim and our proximity to it, and what that does maybe. I mean, that's such a drastic increase in elevation. It's almost like a wall. So you're at a certain elevation, then all of a sudden it's just like, boom, you're up on the Colorado Plateau where we are. You know, it's a good, probably 3,000 feet. So I don't know if that has anything to do with conflicting pressures and causing intensity or increasing the intensity. I don't know. But either way, the storms here get wild, and I love them. But they can be really dangerous. You know, flash flooding is a real thing out here. This ground does not absorb water like it would on the East Coast. So when we do get a heavy rainfall, we get a lot of rain and it comes down really fast, and then the ground does not suck it up, so it just has nowhere to go but wherever it can. It just flows across the ground and you just have floods everywhere. So that can be intense. Like I said, the wind is intense, the lightning is intense, hail, they can be pretty wild. But I look forward to it. I like the energy that's in the air when there's a storm like that brewing. You can feel it in your body. Kind of excites me a little bit. This fire is looking pretty good. I think I'll throw a log or two on here. How great is this? Just me and my dog. I don't even have to worry about her. She just does whatever. Doesn't go far. It's cool. She, you know, obviously I've shared she was a stray. So it's almost like, you know, she was on her own for who knows how long. She already knows that life. And as far as she's concerned, she has somebody who loves her here. She has shelter, food, water. Like, she's not looking to go anywhere. she's staying here. I couldn't even get rid of her if I wanted to, I bet. Not that I would. I love that dog. Well, I'm gonna spend the rest of this evening enjoying this little fire here. I wanted to share a little bit about that FATWOOD there. It's pretty cool. And it really makes it easy for starting a fire. You saw that. I mean, that was just click and then click on the lighter. And as soon as you get that one little piece of resonated wood lit up, I mean, you're not going to put it out. What's out there? Did you get him? You scared him off? What is it? Oh, it's elk. She's so silly. Lady, hey, come on, leave him alone. Come on. Get over here. See, there's a pond right here behind this berm. So the elk definitely like this spot. There's a lot of tall grass in here too. So they'll come in here at night, chow down, and then they'll bed in there. Good job, girl. Look at that beautiful fire. All right, y'all, thanks so much for watching my video. I'm gonna enjoy this fire here for another hour or so, and then call it a night, or at least head inside. Lady, say goodbye. Say we'll see you on the next one. Love y'all. Have a great day.